What is going on, guys? DBG here, and today we are going to be doing the preview of the documentary. It is that time of the year again, lads. The full video is going to be out on Saturday night. I don't want to upload it on a Friday, as well as that I just want to see what content comes tomorrow before releasing it, because I did release it a little bit prematurely last year before Go Packs and a few other things happened. So yeah, Saturday night. Not sure what time yet, but I will end up tweeting it out. If we could hit like 2,000 likes in this video, that would be insane. And lads, this is only just a preview. This is only going to be looking at the introduction. It's going to be looking at pre-NBA 2K21 MyTEAM, as well as day one of MyTEAM and day one alone. So anyway, lads, enjoy and be ready for Saturday. It's going to be literally a movie. So NBA 2K21 MyTEAM. Coming off 2K20, which was honestly the best year of MyTEAM up to that point. Gameplay-wise, I mean, 2K hasn't been a great gameplay experience in quite a while, but the game mode of MyTEAM, honestly, in 2K20 was looking good. It really was looking good. And 2K21, in fairness, outside of gameplay, I do believe overall it has been the best year of MyTEAM so far. There's been ups, there's been downs, but I personally believe that this is without question the best year of MyTEAM if you take away the gameplay. The stuff to do, this has been an incredible year. So in this video, yeah, we're going to be talking about everything from this year. So if you guys don't know who I am, I've uploaded over 1,700 MyTEAM videos over the last 365 days. And while unfortunately we can't get every single little thing into this documentary, this is a good recap of those 1,700 videos. So we're going to be looking at some of the high points of the year. 800! More than 800 games, nearly 900! He's real! He's real!
It's a dagger.
He's looking for that three.
This is the dagger.
And he's got it! He's got it! He's got it! He's got it!
That's the dagger!
Some of the lows of this year, as well as some things that were honestly so bad that they will never be forgotten about amongst people that play this game. So lads, sit down, get your popcorn ready, because this is gonna be a long one. This is the NBA 2K21 MyTEAM documentary. So coming into the year, we did not hear anything until late August. Just like is what's more than likely to happen this year, we probably will hear it even later this year, but the dev blog came out quite late. The dev blog, in fact, came out very late compared to some other years in MyTEAM. Like, we used to get it kind of early August, and if you look at games like FIFA, like, they already know some stuff about FIFA 22, even though the game's coming out a month after 2K. But look, at the end of the day, it is what it is. From looking at the trailer, the only real words that we saw that we may not have known of was MyTEAM Limited. Some people may have heard about it, some people may not have, but at the end of the day, the trailer did not really show much. It's just to build hype. At the end of the day, the dev blog is what does that more than anything else. But the day before the dev blog came out, there was some sort of a mix-up, because I know for a fact the dev blog was meant to come out the day before it came out. It was changed last minute, the days. And one person didn't get the change of date, and ended up not necessarily leaking the devlog, but putting out small hints as to what was coming up. So we found out about seasons. We didn't exactly know what they were. We found out that everything transferred between gens, which I'm pretty sure we had already been told that at this stage. I think that was one of the things we were told quite early in the year. And then we were told the seasons, not knowing much about them. And then this was an interesting one. We found out that badge cards were going to be a thing again. We didn't know how we felt about this at the time, and I still don't know how I feel about that. However, the one thing they were saying you can get different badges to equip to Evo. We were very confused about that, and Evo concept has ended up being an absolute disaster. However, the one thing from this leak that we were all really excited about was MyTEAM Limited. Almost everybody felt that MyTEAM Limited was going to be some sort of a weekend league. The way it was worded in here, it says you're going to be competing for championship rings, and it's going to be only during weekends, which meant that a lot of people A lot of people thought that this was going to have something to do with 250k. The championship rings were going to be this big thing. Collecting them was going to be a competitive mode. In the end, it really wasn't. We found out about the exchange. We didn't know exactly what the exchange was at the end of the day. But then the next day, we got the dev blog. So seasons, we found out a lot more about seasons. And in my opinion, honestly, I think the way 2K implemented seasons was nearly perfect. I really do. I feel like the way 2K implemented seasons was absolutely fantastic this year. And I said it that it was, worst case scenario is going to be a mediocre thing, best case scenario would be a great thing. It was a great thing. However, MyTEAM Limited, we found out it was going to be a casual mode. One thing, however, MyTEAM Limited I noticed, I don't think anyone else did, that was that the rewards were RNG, which I think was the thing that killed the game mode. We then found out about MyTEAM Unlimited, which turned out that you needed to get through 9 leagues before you reached the top. I actually thought that this was a really good idea at the time. In hindsight, it ended up being a disaster, but I think we all were kind of happy at the time, so I don't really blame 2K too much for that. But then when it came to the exchange, it really was not ideal. It really was not ideal because it was basically like a Madden concept, a FIFA SBC concept, but we saw from some of the images that the requirements were just ridiculous for Bob Cousy. I thought it was just a placeholder, but no, they were just that ridiculous from the start. And then the demo came out on the Monday. And the big thing between the demo and the game, lads, stick or button. Stick or button. If you guys remember back in those days, no one knew how to dribble. The dribbling was so different. The shooting felt different. You couldn't turn the meter off in the demo, so nobody realized stick or button. Funnily enough, in the demo, it was easier to shoot with the button, but I remember 2K specifically saying that you were going to have to shoot with the stick, so I practiced non-stop with the stick, and obviously it worked out well, but it was a mental case. It was just nuts. The demo was just nuts in the stick versus button era. So yeah, that was pretty much it in terms of pre-MyTEAM, because we didn't hear anything really from the launch of the demo until the day the game came out. People were getting the game a couple of hours early. They weren't getting the game that early. It wasn't like the next gen game where they got it 2-3 days early. So we really heard very little. They didn't fly in the likes of Cash Nasty to make videos about packs to see the game early like they did with 2K20. So honestly, this was all we had until the launch of the game. So just like every year with MyTEAM, there was excitement. In terms of the starter cards, no one really knows who to pick. To be completely honest, nobody really knows who to pick. And I went with Shaq. I think most people went with Shaq or went with Melo. I think Iverson and Shaq were the only real good choices there. But for me, I always like looking through all of these like cheaper rewards. The token rewards, the start. These tokens do matter a lot early in the year. Then we've got Triple Threat Offline, where it doesn't go up to 1,000 wins anymore. It only went to 300 with extra wins being added on every season. There was actually a glitch early where if you went to 300 and just kept winning, you get 1,500 per game. That was basically an MT glitch. And Brian Winters was the first vault reward. That was interesting. So obviously I picked Shaq, and looking at the exchanges, I knew right away this was going to be a disaster. I knew right away. You needed like 2 diamonds for Bob Cousy. You needed 30 bronze, 15 golds, and a certain amount of silvers for a half badge. I knew it was going to be a disaster. But this was the interesting part. These, see the storyline rewards. You've got Scottie Pippen who was needed. And the one thing that I realized very early was that Scottie Pippen was 56,000. If they were going to pace this, it was going to be extremely difficult to get Steph Curry. And you better believe that Steph Curry was a grind. I did not get him. I didn't mind not getting him at the time. Hindsight 2020, I probably wish I did because he's the best player in the game on next gen until like January, but it was what it was. And it was kind of crazy. Like Steph Curry, 150,000 XP. And then as soon as we checked the agendas, we realized just how difficult it was going to be to get that. 1,000 for getting Elgin Baylor to a Galaxy Opal. You got 3,000 for 99 stars in domination. That we thought that was good. That was good earning of XP, getting 3,000 for that. If you dropped 260 balls, you got 3,000 as well. If you got 100 limited wins, 100 limited games, 100 unlimited wins for 1,500 XP. 1,500, that's 15 XP per unlimited win. And some people actually went out and got these because they were that set on getting Steph Curry. And then, gameplay wise, yeah, nobody could shoot. I was trying to look for clips of me shooting. Yeah, I couldn't find any. I literally couldn't find any. This was the game. It was Ben Simmons Simulator 2K21. We held triangle. You ran and you held triangle. That was how you played. Domination was on Hall of Fame for some reason, so no one could beat Domination. And Domination online, it didn't matter. Triple Threat offline, all people did was hold triangle. And then, funnily enough, it took about 9-10 hours into the game for anyone to get their pre-order rewards. So nobody had any of their VC. It was really confusing. I didn't know what was going on. And then just randomly, probably about 8 or 9 hours into the game, I clicked on, we had 100,000 VC. And as well as getting that 100,000 VC, we managed to get the Evo Kobe Bryant. So the Evo Kobe Bryant was obviously the standout player that we all pre-ordered the game for. So it was a very, very interesting with getting him. But 2K, in fairness, did make him worthless by releasing a way better Kobe Bryant 1 week into the game. But again, that's just 2K being 2K. But yeah, day one of my team. Nobody knew how to play this game. Nobody knew how to shoot. Nobody knew what the best way to shoot was. At this stage in the game, I'm pretty sure I was still using the button. Nobody knew the power of the stick. Nobody knew what players could shoot, what players couldn't shoot, how important hot zones badges were. People didn't know you could score in the post. People didn't know if it was better to take layups with the stick or not. People couldn't stop the AI. You couldn't score layups. You couldn't do anything. If you weren't getting something from holding triangle, you were not scoring day one. So anyway, that's the video. That is just a short preview, 11 minutes of pre-2K21 as well as day one for the documentary. This documentary, I have not finished it yet. I'm about 45 minutes in. It's looking like it could be over 2 hours. So lads, if you're interested, make some time Saturday night. It's going to be a premiere on YouTube and I'm looking forward to it. So anyway, that's the video. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.